Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky and L.T. Smith Stadium. This is the Conference USA opener for both of these teams. And the Hilltoppers will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break, sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip? Right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Here's a little room there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And into the end zone. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field, get it to him early on the first drive, let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
Ball is at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal as they look for the first score of the day. They'll try to get it in with the run. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Leaves it with the back. Back's going for the goal line. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltoppers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And now taking the field, Rodney Tisdale. This offense is going to be productive. He will have to play well in this one.
Over. Ready. Blue 22s.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Here comes the heat. Firing to the right, complete.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
To the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Really impressed with how this team has seized momentum here, playing on the road in this hostile environment. Their offense gets it first. They march down the field. They put up some points. And here's the defense now on their first drive, getting a critical sack on third down.
The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll take it on the return. He's got great speed. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, running back on the move.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready, go.
The run inside. It's Bell. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Wants to throw. It's Bowers. It's complete to the left. Inside the 30. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback, break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Absolutely perfect. But now there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that's about. They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. And the offense will be grateful for the benevolence of the special teams to give them a fresh set of downs in the red zone. On the draw, it's Bell. And it'll be a touchdown.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score.
Number 47, set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
From the gun, the running back has it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They give it to him again. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Going to the run, it's Bell. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. The give from the gun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with his speed.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
Number 47, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Intercepted. Oh, what a play.
Such a great job by the defensive back, dropping beyond the sticks, understanding where the ball's going, breaking on the football. Great eyes, great vision, and great hands. Looked like a wide receiver getting that INT.
And now this offense will take the field again. The give on the counter. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're running counter, those offensive linemen crashing down, they've got to be able to pin those interior D linemen. They couldn't get it done there. They gave up too much penetration, and that led to the tackle for loss.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hook up there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their...
Headed to the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he hammers his way in for a touchdown.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 47, set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism.
Turning it on. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. And the Hilltoppers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Just feeds the running back. knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Running inside. It's Allen. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. So now it's 2nd and long. On the run, it's Allen. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Right on the money. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Here comes the offense onto the field again. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And those in-breaking routes, man, it's got to be trust. Trust in the offensive line to do their job, and then trust that you know your receiver is going to break that off and come straight down the line of scrimmage. Stay away from the defense, especially those guys that sit back there trying to look at the quarterback's eyes and read them. Nice timing on that in route.
Looking to throw, it's Bowers. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And a sweet catch and a nice gain gets it down to the 30-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. That is no good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the NC State Wolfpack. And it's the Cavaliers trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Let's take a look at some of the other notable games going on, including one that looks like it could be headed towards Upset City. Now over to your game inside LT Smith Stadium. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at LT Smith Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
The Hilltoppers head coach told me coming out of the locker room, Coach is understandably frustrated right now. They brought this running back in for big-time performances like this, but he has struggled turning over the ball, trailing here in this game. They have got to get a more steady performance from their running back in this moment. See how he starts the second half, and I'll keep you posted down here on the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Off the play fake. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Here's the pressure. He sacked this defense all over it.
And it's been a long day. I mean, there's not much to point out that this offense has done well. They're behind huge, and they got no shot if they can't somehow find a way to protect their quarterback.
The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Handoff from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Really nice job to move the ball on the ground like that in the big game, but we will need to check on an injured player. That is the senior linebacker who's been shaken up. Holly Rowe will give us an update on his condition. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Bowers. Rushes on him. Complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's now 2nd and goal.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And they've inched closer and closer, and still 2 yards to go for the touchdown here on 3rd down. Trying to pound it in. And he stomps his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 2 in the end zone.
Lining up to add another. And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5. They'll line up for a second down play. On the option. Now the pitch. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Makes the grab in their space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Now on 1st down from the 40. Now the play fake. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
There we go, defense. That's the play you needed to have. All night long, you've been giving up big ones to this offense. That's why you're in the position you're in right now, down by multiple possessions. But finally, they come away with their 1st sack.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wideout. The give on the option. Makes it past the marker. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run pitch by this defense. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. As they come to the line on third down, already 2 for 2 on this drive, going for the hat trick and the score. He's in for the score. Touchdown.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
On to attempt the try. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Number 47, set to kick it off.
Looking for blockers. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now is just about trying to save face. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go right back to him. Strong, firm tackle.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. 3rd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Glenn. Oh, they're after him. Fires on the move. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Got some room headed to the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Carroll. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Hilltoppers offense ready to start this drive. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. On the ground, it's Hicks. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And this offense, man, they just can't get out of their own way. Like, they've got a 0 on the scoreboard already. Now turning the football over late in the game when you're down, they've got to find a way to make something good happen on that side of the football.
This offense has it with really good field position. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. With the run on 1st and goal. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Western Kentucky will start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Glenn. Pressure coming. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He'll field the punt and take it back. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week.
Might have a chance. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down.
And first down for the offense.
Give to the back. And the final play is just a short gain, and we're at the end of the game. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody. This Saturday of college football rolls on with a mid-afternoon feast. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Sentinels Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. It's the Sentinels' offense will be first on the attack. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Gets the back moving. Off play action. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fitzpatrick. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
First foul. Looking to tackle. Defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Using his legs, it's Bentley.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And this is a game of where is Waldo, right? Like, there's a lot of ungood, to quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, on this offense. But there is one spot that they're going to move around at wide receiver. They're going to move this dude around. They're going to try to find matchups because he can win against anybody he faces. He is that good, Jesse, and I'm excited to see how this offense find ways to get him the football.
It's been interesting. No one's been able to figure him out yet. It doesn't matter who they've played or what the caliber of defense has been. Man zone coverage, matchups, they haven't been able to find a way to slow this guy down. You got to give this offense tons of credit. They're being creative. They're adding wrinkles each and every week. But I'll tell you right now, I fully expect this guy to go off today.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game that field position was going to be massive. They had their backs against the wall in their own opening drive, but a really nice job there on the run, third down, getting some breathing room, moving the sticks.
Crosses to 35. Maybe a crease. At the 30. 10. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points up with that 79-yard run to the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Rides the option, he keeps it. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Pulls it and runs it again. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And when these plays work, everybody goes nuts, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. But the third down call, they use some misdirection, they go with the reverse. The defense, so disciplined, sound, run to the football and get the big third down stop.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. The give on the inside. He's past the 30. There he goes. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I tell you what, this offense, man, we got a small sample size. We only had one game where they were unbelievable last game, but another score early in this football game. This offense is looking like a force to be reckoned with.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. He'll keep it himself. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now, after the sack, there is a man still down. That is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. And the Sentinels will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, and already this guy has 2 explosive runs. He told us coming into this one he thought he could have a big day statistically against this defense. There was something he saw on film that made him believe he was going to have a lot of success, and he's already doing it now. He is breaking off big ones. He's showing you the vision. He's showing you the speed. Deep.
Maybe some room here. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I know this defense wasn't set up in a good position. Obviously, they were not set up with the best field position, but they've got to answer the call, man. That's back-to-back really good plays for this offense, and now we got to flush that. We got to put it behind us, make a stand right here, and try to limit the damage and make them kick a field goal.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake. You huddle the guys up, sudden change. Be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the away team sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up at the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. Oh, better look out. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And the fullback, this takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. He's there to make the stop.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it. The only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And the Sentinels line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Slips through the line. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving.
Turning it on!
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll run the option. Quarterback keep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
On third and short, they'll run the read to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. And the Sentinels will send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. The kick is high and away and headed toward the sideline. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Wide receiver going in motion. Breaks the tackle. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. Rides the back and leaves it. There's a crease. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And into the end zone for a touchdown. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Okay.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Headed outside, it's Bentley. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. He's looking to throw. Under fire. Takes the easy one to the back. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. And the Sentinels will punt it away on 4th down. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and look for room. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Finding some room. The 30. Past the 20. Strolls into the end zone for a touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. This quarterback part of their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get outside, it's Bentley. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. And the Sentinels will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see what he can do with it. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Dropping back, it's Bowers. Under fire. And they got him.
Brings up second down.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with Oregon taking on the Boise State Broncos. And it's the Ducks looking to win their home opener. They haven't had a ton of success with that in recent years, but they've got the lead right now in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. What a first half for that superstar back. He's already over 100 yards today, and he's done it with tough physical running, but also elusive speed. And that combination has his team 2 quarters away from a nice win. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Sentinels will boot it away to start the second half. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house, great blocking, and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Working that left side now. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. Goes to the option. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Sentinels send out the punt unit. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Bell. Hard running there. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the...
There's some room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. stop just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Big play on the catch. It'll be enough to move the chains, but there is a man still down on the field. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now on 2nd and goal. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made the extra point without problem. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Now on the option. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. Nice move, creates some space. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Sentinels have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pocket breaking down. Trying to... Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up 1 on the play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. And it's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Here's the pressure. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
And the Sentinels will punt this one away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Motion from the wide receiver. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bell. Got a little grass. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. That drive a great example of just how potent this offense can be. 2 plays, 80 yards, give them the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Here comes the option. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Hunting the first down marker on the read to the left. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. So as they take a look at the injured player, we will take a timeout. And the Sentinels will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the third quarter comes to a close. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. So first down will open up the final period.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, go.
They'll keep it on the ground off right tackle. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The run inside. It's Bell. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this just starts to hurt your pride, right? You're down by several scores. It's in the 4th quarter, and they keep making big plays. This is something where you just got to buck up. You got to do something about it. You got to find something down deep and go make a play so you can get the ball back and maybe get back in this game.
Could be an alley. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. He's in the house for the 6th time in this game.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. The Sentinels offense comes out to start this drive. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Finds his big tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The option, he'll keep it.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The option look. He'll keep it again on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Keeps it himself. stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. And the Sentinels will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Out of the gun to give to the back. Here's a little room there. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Oh, he's got some space. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring it on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players, more physical, they were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.